Snoop Dogg. It's in the game.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings.
Mike, Mike by 4. Watch a slant, watch a slant.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Switch up. Mark 55.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got his man here. It's Gary Jennings Jr. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. I got one.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
The first carry for C.J. Prosise. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. There goes a deep ball. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, 32 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Throwing, Cousins. And complete, right side to Cook. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins, the pass for negative. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker Bobby Wagner. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
The tackle made there by Harrison Smith. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Check 50, check 50.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
A 40-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Here's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a 1st down. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go read option with Wilson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He's got the first down here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings 8.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, the team...
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 7 yards away. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Well, right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Cousins on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Following the interception, Cousins. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run this with Homer. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. This is Homer. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Let's go. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 31 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10. Cook strip, the ball's out. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? you make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
On third down, Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and through by Myers. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Play fake. Cousins. He's going to wind up and air it out. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, and it'll bring up third down. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Play action now. Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Stephon Diggs. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. He's going to look deep down the field. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Cousins. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Right there, 54 Mike. Man, I got you.
Now they try the right side here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Again, it's Homer. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
Friday.
Here's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A toss to Cook. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Throwing is Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. And that will be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Cousins going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen there to make the grab. And the Vikings are able to get a score back. Extra point up and good by Bailey. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Flush to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Echo. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Left.
To throw on 3rd down, Wilson. He's got Lockett. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk 1st down.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Mike 55! Mike 55!
Good guys, 4 down, 4 down.
Get in the weight room.
Check.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
He was taken down by 55.
They run it again with Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Going deep for Diggs, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 4th down, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, 55 yards. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Bailey got the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Well, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Hey, zero.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Saw man coverage on the perimeter, and that was a pretty good throw. And it's one of those ones that wasn't an easy catch, but it's one that he thinks that he should have come down with, although I'm sure the opposing cornerback would beg to differ.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike, 55. Check. 18. Watch the flat. Watch the flat. Watch the flat.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cousins to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
But they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. And Jennings has it. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Oh, Wilson going to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive back.
And now here is another interception. Shaquill Griffin with a pick. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Wilson wants to throw it. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. I got one.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Hauled in left side here by Jennings. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Go left.
What we got?
Hey, 0. Just green,
Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Check, 50.
Hey, 0.
55 to Mike. Hey, defense, Delta. Mike,
Go.
Now Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass.